Today, I'm going to show you how to field strip a CZ75. This one is a CZ75D compact. Here in the US, it's known as a PO1. This is a European variant. But this works for any CZ75, the variants, the clones, the whole 9 yards. Sarsilmaz, Tanfoglios, IWIs, Sphinx, they all are the same basic principles. So first things first, we're going to clear the gun. We have a magazine follower, bright blue, and a clear chamber. Next, I'm going to drop the mag, ride the slide forward, and then we're going to line up these two lines. There's one right there on the slide, one right there on the frame. Yours may be a little different. You might have a dot instead of a line, or a dot here, or two dots, but you're always going to have two indicators that you're going to line up, such as that. Now on decocker model CZs, you can decock it, and when that slide hits that hammer, you're now lined up. So flip it over. If you have plastic base pads on your magazines, it will help with this process. You're going to push this out of the firearm, or you're going to push it in, but using the base pad makes things a lot easier than just brute strength. So push it in. There we go. You can see now this is slightly protruding from the frame. To make sure our lines are lined up, and pull this out. Next, slide it off. Slide off the frame. Do not pull the trigger. This is not a striker fired gun where you have to pull a trigger. If you pull your trigger without your slide being on there, that hammer is going to smash into your fire control group, and it will eventually tear things up. So for field stripping, that's as far as we're going on the frame. Maybe in a later video, we'll bust this bad boy apart. A lot of people have a lot of problems with these, but they're not too bad once you get to know them. Set the frame down, pick up a slide. Next, we're going to take the guide rod and recoil spring out of the slide. So just pull back and ride it out. Now this is a non-captive unit, meaning it's two pieces. So if you don't hold on to this thing when you're pulling out of the firearm, it will fly across the room. So be mindful of that. Set those down. This is a Browning style lockup. So all we're going to do is grab the caming surface of the barrel, lift up, slide it out. It is that easy. There is your locking lug. There is its matching recess right there in the slide. And that is fully field stripped. Clean your barrel, clean your slide, basic cleaning. We may do a cleaning video later on if people want that. But for right now, that's how you do it. Reassembly, really easy. Barrel goes into the slide, goes slightly forward, and push it back to hear it lock. There it is. Grab the guide rod and the recoil spring, put them together. Recoil spring goes into its recess of the slide right there. There is a point on the guide rod and a milled little focus and a milled spot on the caming surface of the barrel. Those two will lock together just like that. So it will hold it in there and it's ready to go. Upon putting the slide back to the frame, if you're used to polymer framed guns or 1911s, this will be a very different process for you. So with polymer framed guns, you're used to having 4 little rail sections, one here, one here, one here, one here. And you would just start the frame right here, set those on there, push it together, bada bang. With the 1911, your rail sections would start here and they go back. But with CZs, if you notice, I've got a full length rail on this frame. And the slide actually goes inside of the frame. It doesn't sit on top of it. So to reassemble, I have to start all the way at the end, line those up, slide it on. Goes on super smooth. Line your lines back up. Take your slide stop, put it in, Push it through. Done. That is a field stripped and reassembled CZ75. Any variant, any clone, it doesn't matter. That's how it's done.